Hello, I'm the Experimenter, and I'm off on another beer adventure. I'm going to Guadalupe Brewing and Pizza Kitchen. I have a good friend that works near there and suggested I check it out. I have eyes everywhere. It's a large property, but lots of outdoor and covered seating. They offer pizza and burgers and have something like 40 beers on tap. But hold that thought. Have to mention our sponsor really quickly, San Antonio SEO Strategies. Internet marketing, search engine optimization, website design company. They offer free website consultations. Are you getting any leads from your website? If not, call San Antonio SEO Strategies. Their website can be right in here. So anyway, back to the show. Yeah, over 40 beers on tap. If you can't find a beer you like at Guadalupe Brewing, then you aren't trying hard enough. Beers, pizza, Wagyu burgers, they have a lot to offer. I'll be talking to the owners, Keith and Anna Kilker. So we will hear their story and how they got started. So stay tuned and be sure to subscribe. And we're off on another beer adventure. Hello, how we doing, Keith? We're with Keith Kilker. I hope I said your name right.
That's it.
At Guadalupe Brewing and Pizza Kitchen. They've got a lot going on, and you know, Keith, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first pulled up there the other day, we come in from the other side, and there was a house over there, and we pulled back here, and I thought, what is going on here? I didn't know what we had. I mean, from that side over there, it doesn't look like much, quite frankly, you know. But as soon as you get up in here, oh wow, it looks fantastic.
Yeah,
you know,
we got almost 3.5 acres. The house we actually live in right now, we got a house up at the lake, but it's just too much to travel, so we kind of shut that down and moved in here just to get everything kind of on its legs. So, and this is when we originally built it. Mr. Hamill and his wife lived in the house. He had cancer and he really couldn't take care of the property, so we just kind of agreed up. You know, we bought it. We took care of the grounds, and he
let him stay.
Yeah, and just, you know, it was $10 a year, and I paid 5 years in advance for him. But yeah, I mean, just to kind of get a contract, and yeah, he I guess a couple of years later he died, and his
we're
wife,
not supposed to start out sad. We're going to get more positive here.
Yeah, I know it, but it's the story, man. It's
yeah.
it's what's
It's what it is.
Yeah, but he passed away, and his wife went into the nursing home because she was falling quite a bit. So then we took that over. We focused primarily on Psalms Hall, and then building out Guad Hall, and then the kitchen during the pandemic, because you had to have a 51% license to be open. And what are you doing? That's Penny.
Hi, Penny.
I call her Bad Penny because she's always showing up.
One of the brewery cats is coming by being curious. We've got shy ones and we got friendly ones, apparently.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's under your feet the whole day. But yeah, so yeah, that's kind of where we started building this out. It's been 14.5 years, I guess. It's been about a 16-year project, and going to school, getting ready to open it up, and yeah, it's been a
So I think I read something about you that did you start with home brewing? Is that how you got started?
You know, no.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I actually went to school, and while I was at school, I started brewing.
Okay.
I guess I just took a different approach.
Because that's a story I get from a lot of owners and brewers. They started at home, had it, you know, him and them and a buddy went in on it, and
right,
you know,
I didn't
won a couple awards. They actually were good at it, and then you know the routine.
Yeah.
So did you go to school kind of planning to get to this point? I mean, I know you didn't know you were going to be at this point, but you were pointed down that road, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to do your due diligence, whatever you get involved in, and yeah, went to the Civil Institute. What are you doing, baby?
Be the star of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, now she's shy.
Well, she's shy with people around. She's usually all on top of it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Sorry, I get distracted.
So it's named Guadalupe Brewing. Is that for the Guadalupe River? Or?
It is, but also my wife, her grandmother was named Guadalupe.
Oh, okay.
Guadalupe, and yeah, I don't know. It just felt right.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, it fits. It's great. Yeah.
And she was something. She was mowing grass in her 90s. So.
couldn't stop her.
No, she was pretty awesome.
Well, I do like your logo, and something I didn't know. So today, it looks like it's it's like a cowboy on a keg, paddling down the river, and I think it's a nice touch that you can see his spurs.
Yeah,
like that's a nice touch. Like that's an interesting detail. You know that most people wouldn't go so far. They would just get the broad strokes and then move on.
Yeah. So after I finished school, I went up to Colorado. It's Colorado Brew Boy. Tom Hesse's got a place up there where they do like where they used to do like an immersion school, and I went up there. We spent a couple of weeks. We actually brought his brew down here to dial in efficiency on the Frankenbrew system we used to have next door, and his logo is great. I mean, it's a kind of like a hiker, and it's just perfect for Colorado.
That area.
Yeah, that was Sunday Lounge out of Colorado, and I reached out to him, and he kind of did. He's not really an illustrator, but he's more of a
idea
concept.
Guy.
Yeah, and he gave me and I told him, we're on the river, and the brewery actually is named after the river in Texas, and gave him kind of the key points, and he came back with about 6 different concepts, and that was one of them, and I was like,
that's the one.
And then I reached out to the guy that did, it's an artist out in San Francisco. He did the Centurion for American Express, Stephen Noble, I believe is his name.
Name sounds vaguely familiar, but I'm not sure from where.
Good dude. And basically I told him I want to take this concept and just clean it up, get it where I can, use it for...
well, digitize it, and make sure it can be
so
vectored.
So he did the details on the spurs and all. He did it for a great price. I won't even mention what he's
yeah, because if you go to the wrong person, man, the graphic design can be...
He was just a nice guy. I mean, even though he has a lot of,
gravitas, a lot of experience,
yeah,
a lot of...
I mean, he was just like, man, I got you for, this much money. I was like, okay, done.
Well, with AI now coming up, I mean, the job of graphic designer could be in jeopardy, because now you can do it just by talking to your phone, which is almost scary,
Yeah, but there's some nuances that they don't, I don't know. We could go down that rabbit hole. I don't think...
no, we're here to talk about beer, so... Yeah, that was just a quick sideline.
AI's... I don't know.
So I noticed that you guys got like 40 different beers. I'm trying is this the River, it's a blonde ale?
Yeah, River.
Oh, so good. And I noticed you also had, and I always screw this name up, Weihenstephanen on tap. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, the Westfalen, the German.
Yeah, it's the oldest it's from the oldest brewery in the world in Germany, and it's a fine Hefe.
No, it's amazing.
But do you have like a beer philosophy? Do you have a style, or people that influenced you?
I mean, there's certain things that I lean towards. Ray, our head brewer, there's certain things that certain things he's been influenced by. Ray has a lot of leeway now to do test batches, and we got a lot of the beers that we've had from the beginning that we still brew, and that's what people know us by, but we always have something new on tap. some of the hazies we do have some hazies, and we've kind of seems like we've done 1,000 different iterations, and that's kind of been a trend to do that many. I had a meeting with Ray last week, and it was like, you know what? Let's get back to the ones that really, we had one that was we called Enigma. We did it for our anniversary, and it was so good. I just want to get back to the things that worked. We don't have to have something new all the time. Some of the breweries you go to that are phenomenal are breweries that have dialed in, but I think 1% of your time should be spent with R&D once you get to a certain level. And we've got hundreds of beers that we've done, and we're kind of going back to the things that really worked, and they're great beers.
Well, everything I've had so far has been, I don't know, is approachable the right term? Something that's not
Balanced.
Balanced. That's a good way to put it. It's a nice balanced beer. It's not over the top this way, or not enough watery and thin. Nothing like that.
There's a science to that, and that's what we focused on. And also, if we put a name on something, and it's pumpkin, whatever, you're gonna get the flavor out of it. We're not gonna, I don't know. There's bigger breweries that don't have a setup to do the smaller batches that we do, and those are the things that kind of like have been our money makers from the beginning.
Well, because in the end of the day, no matter what, we made a great beer, but it's still a business, and you have to be able to sustain and pay the bills when you're going to go out.
Now. Yep.
Yeah, especially now.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's all great to have I don't know, be a beer artist or whatever you want to be, but still the rent's got to be paid or whatever. That you have vendors, you've got employees, you've got insurance, and at the end of the day, there's still got to be some exchange, And
I meet people that are going to open up breweries, and what do you say to them? I mean, you just
think twice.
You don't want to be discouraging, because it's a dream, and they love what they've experienced, and they want to be part of it. So you don't want to be discouraging, but the best thing I would
can
tell
prepare
people,
them though.
Yeah, but the instead of just opening up something, go brew for 5 years and be part of the industry, and then pull the trigger on that. Right. Especially right now, because everything's kind of peaked. Craft beer is it's had its peak, and now it's kind of like dipping out. Not to say that it's completely going away, but there's a lot of factors that have played into when it peaked, mostly COVID, and then of course inflation, just the economics of it, but people's disposable income.
Well, and I think too, so many opened. Before COVID, there was so many open all at kind of the same time. Then COVID hit, and you've got just people going out of business. Like, you can't sustain that. Like I said, the bill's got to be paid.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Right.
I noticed that you do you try to use locally sourced ingredients?
We have. We use a lot of stuff that we pull out of the garden here. We've had 2 years of really kind of crazy heat. This year we didn't do a crazy
bit of a
amount.
drought.
Yeah, but we still will pull the peppers. We try to pull as much. Kind of like farm to table. I like that. It's,
absolutely.
As far as the future and sustainability, I think people need to support that in their community versus getting produce from China and
having to rely on China is
there's
a
a lot
mistake.
of things. There's honey that comes from China, and I don't know, man. I'd rather do sushi at a truck stop than take my risk with that garbage.
Yeah.
So
and there's local honey producers you might be able to get with too.
We actually for our honey ale, we down in, of all places, Beeville, we have a guy down there.
How appropriate.
Yeah, no, but it's an Amish guy. You go out to his farm, and he's got a bunch of she's got these great kids, but they're all wearing coveralls, they're blue-eyed, and
Right.
it's just like,
And they're all
yeah,
healthy.
it's just like,
Yeah.
no, they're healthy and they're just wicked smart.
Yeah.
While our kids are on the phone, their kids are like going through the, books and it's not an
Fixing
easy,
air conditioners or
Right.
building picnic tables, doing.
but it's not easy. They have to have a skill set for survival, versus our whole thing in this culture is comfort.
The
We
exact
seek
the exact
comfort.
opposite. The exact
Yeah.
opposite. Yeah. Yeah.
So different.
All looking for the easiest route, and that's
It's comfort. It's
Yeah.
our demise, but it's our, yeah.
Well, I did notice it, and you mentioned it a second ago. You went to the Siebel Institute.
Mhm.
Is that in Chicago? I think.
hmm
I've heard a lot about that, but and I've met a couple other people. I guess is that the signature Brewers College or University?
It has been. It's like a Votech, but if you want to get like your brewing science diploma, it costs you about 11 grand, and I did it. I guess it was about a year and 4 months or whatever. And I also did the Cornell University had a. I really like their program. I mean, after you get the kind of science, Cornell has a program that's really good because they bring in a lot of people that are industry from all over. And once you have a couple of years into the industry and you've got those questions, the real questions, about,
the real
hey,
ones.
because
there's some chemistry involved here.
Yeah, well, there's a lot going on.
Mhm.
I mean, not just that. There's things that blend well, and there's little pieces of the puzzle that you really never get first couple of years. So you have access in that program. I had access to people out of Stone, out in San Diego, to talk about water and see exactly where their water was coming from.
And the water has to be consistent, right? It can't be different every day. So the temperature can affect it. That's a real
Water composition it's a
pH.
yeah, it's a big
yeah.
but I mean just the composition,
Mm.
what salts are in there, all that kind of plays in. But I got exposed to a lot of people into the industry, and I learned a lot. Also, there's some great courses you can take with UC Davis. There's what's that guy's name? Bamforth. God, he's British,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a bit brash. He is. I won't lie.
Might like him.
I took classes with him, but I'm thinking, how does this generation deal with that? He's
Right.
salty,
All right.
And I was out at a brewer's retreat out in California a couple of years ago. We did it out at Russian River, out at the Windsor location, and I got to meet Ken Grossman, and wow, what a fascinating guy you see these guys, and I mean I work all the time, but you meet Vinny, and you meet Ken Grossman, and you meet these people, and it's like, what is? I mean, they're just driven. Man, they're driven,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all. They breathe it. They really do, and
Takes
get
that. They got a motor.
yeah. But I mean, you get out there and you're brewing, and it was warmer, and I'm all about drinking. I'm a drinker, but I mean, you see these guys drinking all day long and just out there in the heat, and, and they finished. They finished out the brew day, and it was probably later at night.
Ride the
before they got
skateboard home and hit the show up early the next day.
Well, yeah, but I mean, really, nothing but respect for the culture and the guys that kicked it off.
Well, something I've noticed about like the industry. I mean, I've probably interviewed, I don't know, 5 or 6 brewers here in San Antonio, probably 25 or 30 in Kentucky. It's where I'm from. And there's been the rare exception, but for the most part, everybody's really cool. Nobody's trying to cut anybody up, nobody's throat. and there's some competition, but it's more about who's got the better beer kind of thing. But nobody's trying to put anybody out of business. And it seems to be the same here. That's a good thing about the industry overall, I think. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, we have such a small percentage, and big beer has such a huge percentage. The cartel kind of runs distribution, and if you really, once you get in the industry and you really see it for what it is, it's pretty disgusting. I mean, it's really disgusting.
Because some of the big boys will, they don't even need your 0.5% or whatever percentage you're drawing, but
no,
they
the
want
thing
that too.
is they don't even want you to have 1% of the market.
Yeah.
They really don't. And the thing is I used to be really passionate about it, and some people probably thought I came off as an asshole because I spoke my mind, and I mean, I was vested in it, and I spent a lot of my retirement in this business. I can say what the fuck I want to say. I don't. There's certain things. Okay, well, these are things that are acceptable, but it's still dirty.
Really?
I mean, yeah, it's just dirty, and the guild here in Texas, they have to kiss the ring with the politicians, and they basically have a lobby. They want to look at, okay, your contribution to the guild is based on how much how much you produce. So the whole concept of like a free market, and you can you have a better
the best
product.
business plan, right?
Yeah,
is what wins.
All that's bullshit.
All that hurts my feelings. It kind of reminds me of what's that Roadhouse, where they had the business league where you had to kick in every month.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But it's really just it's almost like a racketeering.
It is very much a incredibly controlled market, and if you just look into it, if you watch Beer Wars, I don't know if you've ever seen that, but it's a great movie to kind of get your interest in. Oh shit, this is really dirty. But yeah, if you look at what you really have to look at is the lobbies that are here in Texas, and there's multiple, but I mean, each lobby group may have 20 lobbyists, which are like, I don't know, their background lawyers or whatever, but they write law. And what kind of law do you think that they're writing?
Whatever benefits whoever
That's
gives
right.
them the most
It's
money.
anti-competitive legislation. But it's not just that. I mean, it's we've seen it all with big pharma and big ag and everybody. It's control and it's money, and it's not. And I'll say this. It seems like I'm being negative, but there's a core problem here, and it's greed. And greed is a thirst for money that just can't be quenched. They're not going to be happy until everyone is left in the ditch and burning, except for them and their shareholders get what they want.
It's like the old robber baron days of Carnegie versus J.P. Morgan or whatever, where they're
and it's the amount of deception and really how a lot of people got bought out by big beer, and then they would still try to be, oh no, we're craft beer. No, you're not. You're not. And
so and so bought you out. You're not.
Yeah.
They
the
changed the
Association
ingredients. You no longer have control over your brand.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, it's driven by results, and which I get that. That's fine, but it's not craft anymore. But the Brewers Association says if you're owned 25% or more by big beer, you're no longer craft beer. But there was a lot of deception. There were several that still continued like, hey, we're craft beer. I mean, but how dirty is that?
And then they have a money backing advantage because they can push their own agenda, and you don't have that same advantage. I'm assuming. I don't know.
Well, I mean, when you get down to, okay, what are they paying because they can buy in volume? What are they paying for grain.
I didn't think about that too. The ingredients,
What are
like,
they
Walmart, competing for a cup versus a small mom and pop shop. Like
they're paying pennies for a can
Right.
versus me paying, was it 30 cents a can now. So yeah, there's every bit of that, which that's business. I mean, I get it, but yeah, there's
Well, I would like you to, don't beat around the bush, Keith. I want you to go ahead and tell us how you feel.
I think I'm there.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but I mean, I say all that stuff because I really think that it's not just to like beat the industry and certain aspects of it. I love craft beer. I really do.
Me too. Right.
There was a certain.
I'm doing this for fun. I'm not getting paid to do this. This is
right
for
on.
fun.
Yeah. So there was a certain David versus Goliath thing from the beginning. A small,
The underdog.
independent. A love for something versus the big guys.
I'm gonna do it better than them,
Right.
and there's the
But
competitive edge.
Most of the time, I would say the majority of the time, big money wins because they can market and give you puppy dogs and horses, whatever they want to do for marketing and appeal to a certain part of you that loves animals.
Or whatever.
Yeah, or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're
Unicorns or whatever works.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there is that aspect, but I think the biggest thing that I really want to pull out of this is support your local people. Know who you're doing business with, and if it's people that have retired and they want to have a local place and they're doing a good job, support them. Don't go to the big corporate, BlackRock, Vanguard-owned garbage because they just, is that what your kids are going to be left with? Is that it? At a certain point, we all have to just kind of go collectively.
It becomes the illusion of you're making your own decision when really you're not.
No, right. But I mean, you look in this town right now. BlackRock is building all the homes that are 306 over on the west side going north. I mean, it's just disgusting. It's absolutely. I guess they have a right to do that, but I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like Darth Vader making Barbie dolls. I mean, what the fuck is going on? It's just sickening. But anyway, it really gets down to people need to support local, small business.
I think that should be the theme.
Yeah.
We should probably, when I post this, because I'm going to post this as is. I'm not going to edit it. Right.
Good.
Right. I'm going to edit it. Just as is. The only editing I'll do will be at the beginning and the end. Right.
Yeah.
That'll be it. This is going to be exactly what
all
it is. So, the main message of this will be support your local business. And one thing I wanted to ask also, and please feel free if you want to continue. You pontificate about whatever you want to, Keith. But one thing I wanted to ask about, I bet in the spring the plants all come alive here and it's freaking beautiful. And I guess this is a challenge for anyone because you got to have or be a gardener, a cook, an accountant, a brewer, a cleaning crew, a marketing. I mean, when do you have time to make beer, man?
Well,
you were talking about working on the roof earlier.
Yeah,
so
but the thing is if you get a good brewer, I got Ray does a great job. Daniel, the assistant brewer, they both have good palates. We'll meet occasionally now, every couple of weeks, and be like, "What are we brewing?" Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, but I'm more of a kind of like a partial hands-on coach now because he's been with us for 8 years, I think. Just a long time. And for me, it's just more about trying to get back to some of the beers that have. And occasionally, we'll talk about something's off about this one, and maybe we make adjustments or, whatever's going on. But it's all good.
I mean, do you feel like having to get away from actually to do the brewing and having to do the paperwork side and some of the, I don't know, handyman stuff? You were talking about getting on the roof earlier. Does it feel like it's taking you away from it? Or are you kind of glad to have good people help you?
Yeah, there's no way you can do it all.
Well, yeah, you got to delegate.
Right. So for me, I do. I mean, I've got a full-time job. And my wife does this full time, and I've got staff that take care of a lot of the key roles for what we're doing here. and that works, but there's no way you can do it all yourself. I don't have time. I don't know, I probably have about 30 minutes each night where I'll sit down and, me and my cat watch a little bit of TikTok or whatever.
Right.
And then I go to sleep, but that's about it.
That's about it.
But you're working, you're doing stuff, and you're just busy. But,
Right.
I think it's probably a healthy thing to do that versus just,
Too much off time. I feel like the feeling of accomplishing something is always
idle
beneficial.
hands, the devil's workshop. Right?
It's always beneficial. And going through that process of, I got an old truck, for example, old 91 POS, and it breaks down on the regular because it's what it is.
Yeah.
And at first, I'm like, damn, this is a pain. And then somewhere through the process, I figure out what's wrong with it and fix it. And then when I get it running, and it's running good again. That's one of the most satisfying feelings in the world. Just that I fixed this stupid thing. There is some asking of questions and looking up of stuff, obviously. But some of that is the most satisfying work on the world, and much more satisfying than writing a blog post
it's a craft.
Mm-hmm.
So no different than this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, man, life is short. You're gonna get to the end of the road, and you're not gonna look back on, oh yeah, I really enjoyed watching TV and all that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
17 hours of YouTube videos or whatever.
Yeah, what did you do? I mean, did you actually get out and play
get things done?
Play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. So,
well, one thing I love that you have, it almost seems like too much, but like 40 different beers on tap. It's so fantastic. And I thought, man, they should have you should have a beer wallet, and once you get one of each, I don't know, you get a free T-shirt or something.
Complicated.
It's because I don't know. I would like to. The only reason is because I want to try every one of them. I can't do it all at once.
Yeah.
And there's no way I can keep track of it because I'll leave here after 5 beers.
But we have so many new beers come on. It's a little difficult. There's a lot of breweries that do seasonals and they got their main flagships. It's a little bit easier for them. Yeah, I think our whole marketing approach has come out and there's always something new. We got guest taps now. We got some really good beer made in the state. We got some really good beer made in Germany because we've got the local German culture that really, and I'm not saying this in a negative way, they don't support craft beer. They're going to drink what, the Spaten that their mother drank or whatever. I mean, there very much is a huge culture here that drinks that.
Creatures of habit, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I had a lot of experiences with beer when I was younger, and that's the reason that Big Beer wants to get their stuff at venues where you have those lasting impressions because those are the things that burn in, and you want to relive those moments. So I get it. But yeah, so we have to carry, it's just the market. We have to carry some of that stuff. I don't really do Spaten, that's owned by Budweiser. But there's some of the others that are pretty, they may be big, but they're pretty neutral. They're not trying to burn the fucking craft beer industry down.
Right.
That I'll support. But yeah, we got guest beers on tap now. We kind of just rotate that stuff out, but it gives the brewers a little bit of a break because they're doing small batches. It's very expensive. So we're trying to like get all of that.
Yeah, and you can't have anything sit either. It's got to move, or it's wasted. Not just wasted time, but wasted money. And now you got to. That's a big deal.
And we have a balance here now with the guest taps. We might have a few more that we put on before we're set, but. I always like going, when I go out and I go to breweries, there's like, oh, there's something from another brewery, like we've got some stuff from breweries out of Austin. Then people can go, oh shit, I want to try that. We've got a Meanwhile Brewing Company makes some outstanding beer.
You know any of those guys from like Long Tab or Cactus Land?
They've got amazing beer, and I think
I live out there near Atkins, so I really like Cactus Land. Some
Oh,
of this
right on,
because it's
yeah.
so close. I live
Yeah.
in St. Hedwig. I bought a house out there,
Right
so
on.
that's a benefit because he's close. You know, you can have
Yeah.
a beer or two.
Yeah.
You know,
Right, and it's out there a little ways. I want to get out. I just gotta have enough time. But yeah, so there's a lot of there's a lot of great breweries that route. Long Tab's great, veteran owned. Um, yeah, man, absolutely. But yeah, if we find something that's kind of a fit here, especially for breweries that are like Austin's are a little inaccessible because of how bad the traffic's gotten now. We put some stuff on tap, so, and we got the Le Fendemont triple up there. That's just great. That's just
what's it called?
Le Fendemont. It's a Belgian triple. It's French Canadian, but
Okay.
yeah, that's one of the highest rated triples. And there's some other companies that have great ones, but I love that. I made a lot of bad decisions on that beer.
Well, I love the place here. Do you have any big plans in the future? That I mean, it looks like you've got your hands full. Number one, I don't even know how who takes care of the plants, but I don't know how you have time for everything.
Watering until about 8:30 last night, so I'll have to do some watering today. But it's just an everyday thing.
Right.
You just kind of pick an area and you take care of it. It's not that long, but yeah, it's part of it.
So is it really the future for now is just maintain and keep this as good as possible?
Well, we just had it on where we pimped out our patio.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's
that's
really
right.
nice. When I get done with it, I'll be able to set in it this weekend. But when I get done with it, within the next week, have the AC running and all, that gives us a lot more space. That's kind of climate controlled, even though it's a patio. So we can focus on certain aspects of the business that are yielding money for us right now.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, right now just the days of like we used to be in the metal building at the end of that set right there, and the days of having those type of breweries are gone. They just are. And I heard a lady, forget which brewery she was with, but it was it's like a meeting with a bunch of breweries, but she was talking about it, and she's spot on. People just, if the peak is hit, so you have to have more than just great beer. You gotta have
Got to have decent food. You got to have
food's going to bring in 30 to 40% more in beer sales, and then when you get the food and you get the people, then salaries start going up, and then you've got, before you know it, you got $36,000 in
labor costs.
labor cost every 2 weeks, and then
It's hard to cover sometimes.
Well, you're taking care of people, and yeah, man. I mean, it's just there's nothing. It's one of those things where you want to get to a certain size, but some of those growth factors are they worth it? I don't know. I mean, man, I had a lot more fun. I had a lot more spare time when we were next door in a smaller venue.
Right.
That and I look at it and I'm thinking, really, craft beer is. So there's some breweries out of Colorado that I really kind of just really, for business model, dial into that. And it's if someone has a passion for it and they're a brewer, they can go in and run a place, and actually make. Maybe they have to retire and make
Right.
a wage. Is it livable? I don't think so. That's why I still have a full-time job.
Right.
But I mean, they can enjoy their passion and share it. But the margins are just too tight. Food costs have gone up 35% since COVID kicked off. Labor's gone up 30%, and even then, restaurants were really difficult to make margins in. There's definitely a science.
Yeah, but there's a streak of, it was in the news almost every day of some restaurant here or some restaurant there closing. And been in the news
Well,
several breweries closing
Yep.
of late.
And a lot
you
of
know.
restaurants, which you'll talk to them, and they're just like, well, we're not making any margins off the food, but we're making it off liquor.
Mm.
And silver bullet there.
Oh, Silver Bolt. How you doing,
Yeah.
bud?
Got him some kind of bug.
Yep. One less bug in the world.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so there's a lot of factors to the business. It's just a lot to manage. And honestly, I mean, I work full time, and then when I get off, I come up here and busy on the weekends, and the evenings doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But Anna's,
Getting on roofs or water
that's
plants
right.
or
yeah, whatever you got to do.
Right.
But Anna is really kind of the backbone of what we do here. She's amazing. She takes care of all the paperwork and just all the phone calls.
That's the real issue. And I was shocked when I called and she answered the phone. I was like, oh wow, that's a like I was expecting to, like I had a story in my head of what I was going to leave a message. And then she answered the phone. I was like, "Oh, this is Rick."
But she will. She'll engage people right
Mhm.
away, and it's
She
one
was
of the
friendly.
best
Mhm.
best ways to engage people if they have questions. It's like direct. We had like an automated thing that we were doing for a little bit. It would give hours or whatever, and it was great for when she was busy with something. But she'll work till 4 o'clock. I mean, really, she was working till 4 o'clock in the morning.
So she's the kind of the cog that makes everything else work.
Yep.
Mhm.
She really is. She's amazing, and she's pretty.
I would never say anything like that about your wife, sir. I mean, she sounds like an awesome person. And
She's incredible.
yes.
I'm lucky.
Well, anything else you'd like to add? I feel like I've taken up enough of your time. Any details about the business, about this place here? Any story we need to hear about?
Not really. I genuinely think that what we're doing is long term. I don't know how much it's really. I don't think I would call it a great investment, but I do think it's a great investment in the community. We usually almost every weekend or every other weekend we're involved in a community cause. We just raised a bunch of money for St. Jude's with our race. We donated beer for Kerrville River Trail cleanup the weekend before that. Bandera Brewing was great guys over there.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, you got to get out and shout at them.
I would love to.
It'd be a great road trip for people to go out and support them. But we're always involved in community projects, and I really feel like that is super important.
Community engagement.
Yeah. Well, I mean, really, I mean, if you support your community supports you. And if they don't, you go away, and then you go put your feet in the sand and pour day, and
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
you've done your
thing. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at. We're probably 4 years away from being pretty much retired or semi-retired. We are. So we're just getting everything kind of built out where it needs to be. Getting ready for that.
Well, I mean, you're still a young man. I mean, running
Yeah,
a
but I
brewery
don't
probably wears you out. You're in your 30s, right?
Yeah, I don't want to die doing this. And you know what? If we do another 4 years, that means this project has been about 20 years for us.
That's a good run.
That's a great run.
That's a good run.
So once we hit that, then we're, we'll toss the baton up to somebody else and let them.
Let somebody else, I don't know, buy in or take over, or however that
Yeah,
works.
we'll do something. We'll structure it, but we want to keep what we have going. So we're going to be really particular about what we do. But building the structures out that we've done, the infrastructure has been.
Oh, I can see this has been a ton of work. The cigars, I guess I'm assuming you're smoking one. You have a little cigar club kind of part of this?
Not really. We have a license through the Republic over in Green. Those guys we just had this past weekend, it was just Cigars for Warriors benefit, and they were out, had a great day, some amazing cigars. And they have a license for premise here, and we sell their cigars.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, I
So,
got you.
Works out.
I might have to take a couple home with me, or maybe have one before I go. That would be great. Well, unless you got anything to add, I mean, I feel like I've taken up too much of your time already. I appreciate it. You've got a great place here, Keith. It's so much potential, so much going on, a bunch of great beers. You know, I'm gonna have to make my own list to see if I can try every one of these beers. I have to make my own little card.
Good luck.
You know, will you sign off on it if I finally get it all checked up? Maybe get a T-shirt at the end, part of the mug club or something.
I'll buy you a T-shirt if you get through all the beers we have over a 6-month period. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. We might have to make a list, or I'll post them online. I don't know what I'll do. I'll figure it out.
Right on.
Right on. But thank you very much, man. I appreciate your time, sir.
Yes, sir.
We will be back.
Hello. What a great day. I can't believe how nice they were to me. As you know, just came from Guadalupe Brewing and Pizza Kitchen. Anna and Keith Kilker were great. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. I didn't get to meet Anna. Hope your mom's doing okay, by the way. But Keith was great. Put up with me all day. Tried one of the Scotch ales. It is an 8%er. Whew. So good. Kind of like a caramel kind of thing going on. And I tried one of those River Ride blonde ales. They got a whole list of great beers. They got pizza, a whole bunch of stuff. You know, it's a great place. And if you haven't been there, you got to try it out. You just have to. I got me some cool swag. There's a cool hat, right? And a couple of cool stickers. All right. Now, if someone was to mention something in the comments, they wanted one, I may mail it to you. I'll leave it up to you. I was going to get a shirt, but all they had was mediums, and I thought if it just shrunk a little bit, it might be a problem. So I'm going to go back and try to get a large, extra large shirt, one that fits better, right? I mean, I don't want it to shrink, right? But Keith was great today. We learned a lot about the craft brewing business in this area. But Guadalupe Brewing and Pizza Kitchen, they've got a great place, a lot of space. I think it'd be a great space if you were like a business owner and you want to do some networking. They've got a lot of great space there. They have like 40 different beers on tap. But they've got drinks and pizza and burgers and a bunch of stuff. So I think that could be a great place for like networking meetings or something like that. But anyway, place was great. Thank you, Keith and Anna. I appreciate your time. I will come back. And look, I taught you guys something. I found another unique place for you to check out. So you owe me a like and a subscribe. And I look forward to the next time.